and came to the both to challenge them. And of course, within the providential workings of God, that was supposed to be. Have we got that? That challenge was ordained of God and would see through the test of that challenge that man could not hold steadfast. There had to be one greater than the creature to stand steadfast for the Church of Jesus Christ. And so it wasn't works, and it still is not works. Though the neo-evangelical Arminians say it's works, you need faith and works. No. Adam had faith, Eve had faith, both failed by their works. Failed. Became into bondage to sin. And of course guilt. And every evil way. And God, Jehovah, came and sought the man, giving us an example that we should search out things. Jehovah did not have to go and search for man and the woman because he knew where they were. He knows everything at any time. Before it's even occurred, he knows. But giving us an example to search and to seek out, to take trouble, to take pains, not to accept anything first hand. Not to be lazy. Get off your backside. Search it out, persevere, put your shoulder to the... Put your shoulder in it. Put your nose to the grindstone. And so the Church of Jesus Christ would be established and secured by Jesus Christ, not by man. The Arminians don't like it. Don't like it one bit. They want to secure, they want to build the Church of Jesus Christ by their own decisions. We will build it. They've cast out Christ. They've got a false Christ and a false gospel and a false spirit. They have no share nor lot in the Church of Jesus Christ. They're the titular antichrists under the Pope and his system, which combine together that are one true central antichrist. Have always been, ever since imperial Rome fell to the west in AD 4, about 410. Alright, then Popery. The Holy Roman Empire stood up, appeared, and dominated. That monster, that second beast of Revelation chapter 13. And so it is that females are not second-rate persons, they're helpmeets. They're helpmeets. Have we got that? Now this lady was either a widow or her husband was separated from her, for she is the elect lady. He addresses the lady, not the man. The man is nowhere to be seen. And she's bringing up her children in the faith, the filial fear, reverence of God, in truth and in righteousness. The elder unto the elect lady and her children, whom I love in truth, and not I only, but also they that have known the truth. Verse 4, I rejoiced greatly that I found thy children walking in truth, as we have received a commandment from the Father. Truth, not lies. If you want lies, you go and get the devil's vision, the idiot's lantern, and plonk it in the corner of your house. But your house is supposed to be a sanctuary for God. Shut out from the world, not bring the world in by that demonic medium. I've heard pseudo-puddings say, oh, the TV's not wicked, it's just a device. In other words, they've got a TV. They're telling us they've got a TV. They're trying to justify it. So you have to be very precise with these things. Yes, it is just a device, and we say to them it's just a device. But what's that device doing in your house? Because that device, although it is an inanimate object, it purveys wickedness. We're not supposed to be associated with wickedness. We're supposed to reprove the darkness, evil. How can you do it if you're sitting there watching it and learning from it? How can you have the mind of Christ if you're sitting there like an infidel or a pagan? Whatever word you'd like to use, but you're an ungodly person sitting there watching that. It's one thing to be selective, alright, in taking, for instance, films, educational films, innocent films, things like that. You sit in front of the television and you just pour out lies. Lie upon lie upon lie, and it's shallow, devious, deceptive. It knows nothing about the truth. The news is a pack of lies. Government's a pack of lies. And the nation gets into a state because of the lies that are told by government and the media. And they fashion the lies in such a way that people are taken in. The TV conveys nothing of any real truth. Oh, you get a tidbit here, a tidbit there, but that's gone within a moment. 99.9% of it is pack of lies. Pack of lies. Truth is the thing. Jesus Christ is the truth. When we follow the truth, obtain the truth, search out the truth, we are following Jesus Christ. Today we have persons behind pulpits and persons in pews, etc., that are believing that this, coronavirus is true. It's not. The truth is, it is a lie. But unfortunately the pulpit is sitting there imbibing the lie of the devil over the medium of the devil, that one-eyed monster in the corner, and we that are separated from this infection, because it is an infection that's there in the corner, it's infecting everybody, it's poisoning the understanding of people. When we speak out, because we're unaffected from it, we've not been affected by it, okay, we're in quarantine of our lives from it, so we don't get infected by it, we get criticised. Because we're not falling in line with the world. The world says this exists, and that's it, according to the pulpiteers and those in the pews, etc. It exists. No, it doesn't. Examine the thing to see where it comes from. Examine all things to see if they be of God. And in essence, it is of God. The delusion, because the people don't love the truth. Oh dear, 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 dear. What a day and age we have come into, eh? Because they don't love the truth, for this reason God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. That they all might be damned who had believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks, isn't it, always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath chosen, hath from the beginning, wasn't it, chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. Chosen through sanctification. There goes your sanctification movement out the pigging window. Eh? And we were called. But are you showing it? Are you showing your salvation? Examine yourself to see if ye be of God. You that believe the world over God. The world by wisdom doth not know God. Doesn't want to know God. It's alienated. There's none that seeketh after God, no, not one. And you can put that in your pot and in your pipe and you can smoke it, Mr. Arminian. Man is a fallen being, alienated from God. Adam was alienated from God. You had put man back into his pristine position, Mr. Neo-Evangelical Arminian. Even as St. Spurgeon did in Little Sins, didn't he? Have you listened to a sermon on Little Sins in Surrey Gardens? That man is born not in sin and not shapen in iniquity, but is perfect as Adam, the first Adam, is perfect. And he only sins, this is St. Spurgeon for you, he only sins when he learns to sin in his youth. So I worked that one out. This is the person that hundreds continue to worship, put upon a pedestal, but they do not worship the truth. They only think they worship the truth. It's the truth that we should be indulged in, engaged in, and should order our lives. We should seek it out. The truth of things that are presented to us. Because we're born of the truth, we should therefore have an urge to seek out the truth. Shouldn't we? Because this world is deceptive, it's lying, it's crooked, bent as a 9-bob note. It is lying in the lab of wickedness, utter wickedness, condemned, reserved unto fire unto that great day of the Lord God Almighty. We begin with truth, and we should end with truth. And where we cannot obtain the truth, we should just set the matter to one side. Occasionally keep looking at it, and we'll get to the truth of it eventually. Eventually. May take weeks, may take months, may take years. But as soon as we get to grips with that truth, more light rushes in, more understanding comes. It's not in vain. The person that has a question and dismisses the question because it's too hard to be bothered with, or just knee-jerks and says, I don't believe that, I'm going this way, they're going into light, into darkness, not into light, into the darkness of ignorance. And of course, there's a fine line, and once they pass it, the door of truth is shut. It's what's known as being cast out into outer darkness. Cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. This lady was bringing her children up in the truth, to seek the truth. She would tell her children, don't believe these people over here until they can evidence what they say. Just don't believe people for the sake of believing people. Take people with a pinch of salt, unless they can prove what they say. And that takes a certain mindset. Because the mindset of the world is to accept everything that people say. Which is wrong. Totally wrong. And the world has opinions, and the world will ask us for opinions. I have no opinion. I have no opinion whatsoever. But it becomes all pervasive, you see, a natural thing to reply, yes, my opinion is this, but I won't do so, because I have no opinion. I only have what I know to be the truth. And I will tell you the truth, and you won't like the truth on this in this particular area. Okay, like the Arminians don't want the truth that we are elect and precious, called of God, effectually called. Okay, but there are other truths, common truths which we share with common man, our own fellow citizens, which are not offensive. Although, some things are and some things aren't. How best to go about something to a fellow man in truth is something that people don't generally get upset about. And it's like saying to a person, and I've said to the people many times in this period, go out of your front door and look to see who's dead and dying and is being taken to hospital, then rejected from hospital and sent back home to die, okay, in this virus age. You will not find anybody, because what you're doing is stepping out into the real world. There's nobody in your street, you don't know of anybody, but it's all on the medium of the TV, okay? So what you're being told by the TV isn't true, because what is true you can see by going out your front door, okay? Nobody's able to answer that one. They never considered that one. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know anybody, do I? Oh no. Fred Blogs up the road hasn't. Oh no. And so on and so on and so forth. People are being played in the marketplace. Government and media are playing the tune and people are dancing. Merrily dancing. And indeed the theatre of it all, people get carried away with and start to mimic. When the government says to do this and that, they follow. Go and visit the elderly, see if they need anybody. So the first time in an elderly person's life, he's got another person knocking on his door saying, oh, can I help you? And they're playing this theatre. Okay? Because the government says so, therefore they meh, donkey, 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 hee-haw, hee-haw, obey. Alright? But the thing about it is this, truth. Truth is essential for the life. Truth is essential for conduct and good behaviour. It informs the mind, whereas lies do not inform the mind. Lies are chaos and confusion and every evil way. Equally, truth that is hard won makes a man and a woman a man and a woman. Truth does. Makes a solid character. The righteous is as bold as a lion, and righteousness is what? Grounded in truth. Jesus Christ is the truth.